Your home espresso machine is missing these key features. You might be making your life harder. Let's fix that. If you're in the market for a new espresso machine, or you just want to make your espresso routine easier, these are the key features you'll want to have to make your barista experience as good as possible. Today, we're going to be showcasing the Diletta machines, but there's going to be some other machines that I'll mention as well with some of these features. Here at SCG, I talk to a lot of customers that talk about different things that they want in their espresso machines, and over the years, we've found out kind of some of those key features that make life easier or make your routine even better than it was before. Now, there's going to be a few features here that we're talking about, but I think the last one is going to be the most important for the best espresso routine. So the first feature that we're going to be talking about is going to be volume or dose customization. Now, the Diletta machines here actually do not have that feature, but it's because they are either the E61 style machines with a manual lever, or they have a shot timer like all of these machines that you see here. But on some smaller format machines, like some DeLonghi's and some Breville's, you have the ability to customize the volume of water that's coming through with every time you push the brew button. And that can be really important whether you're forgetful, you have your hands on other things and you just want to set it and forget it. You'll have your espresso shot waiting for you with the correct 1.5 to 2.5 ounces, depending on what you want. With some of these machines, it's a little more manual, but having volume can be a bonus feature if you're wanting kind of a more convenient style machine, something that can be a little bit more, like I said, set it and forget it. So these Dilettas don't have the volume control, but that's because there's a lot of variables when it comes into making espresso. And when you're getting into this level of machine, kind of the prosumer category, or even more like professional category, you kind of want a little bit more control over your own actions and your own workflow, more like a barista would in a coffee shop rather than the average home espresso brewer. And having the manual control means that you can do pre-infusion a little bit differently on these machines. They're customizable for how much pre-infusion you want with the Bello Plus. You can also have just that little granular control that a machine with a flow meter, a volume meter, is not quite going to give you. Say your shot's running a little slow because it's more humid outside or drier outside than it was the week before, or you've changed coffees and it's running faster. Having that lever control or just the push button control where it's on off can be a nice thing to have. It gives you a little bit more flexibility on your shot if you want it to go longer or shorter than you were initially expecting. Another feature that can be really important on an espresso machine is going to be temperature control. Now, these three machines here that you see, they have what is called a PID controller. That means that there's a little bit of electronic gadgetry that allows the machine to register its temperature and change that temperature based on the setting that you set it to. So as you can see on the Mio and the Bello and the Alto, they have these little screens. And with those screens is where you adjust the temperature and a couple other parameters, but right now temperature is going to be the most important. You can adjust it all the way up or all the way down. So if you want 196 for kind of a darker roasted coffee or something a little bit coarser, or you can go all the way up to like 204, 205 if you have something a little bit lighter that you need to really bring those flavors out of. Having PID control is very helpful. There are some less expensive machines and more expensive machines that don't have exact PID controlling, but you want to look for a machine that at least has something like low, medium, and high, or any temperature range, because if it just comes in one temperature, a lot of times those machines might be too hot or too cold for your liking, and then you're kind of stuck with it without kind of doing some tricks to temperature surf in a way that's just not very convenient. Another important thing to consider when you're picking out an espresso machine is the ease of maintenance or cleaning on it. Now, this is less of a function and more of a way that the machine is built and kind of styled. So E61 machines like these two, or single boiler machines that are like the Mio, or other styles of machines that are a little bit more compact, say like a Breville Bambino or a Baristina, they're gonna have totally different cleaning routines, and that means you kind of want to pick a machine that you can keep clean yourself, because the key to really good espresso, or one of the big keys, is keeping the machine clean, and it can be harder to do so for different machines. With like a DeLonghi semi-automatic or a Breville semi-automatic, they'll have icons or warning lights or a series of flashing lights that will tell you when the machine's ready to be cleaned, ready to be descaled, ready to be back flushed, and then there's quite a bit of other steps like cleaning out the steam wand tips and making sure that that's all good. And the machine prompts you a little bit more, so it's a little more automatic than some of the larger style of machines. So with E61 machines and machines like a Sylvia or a Mio, kind of in this shape and format, you want it to be adjusted based on how much you use the machine. So obviously if you use more, or if you use the machine more for lots of drinks in a day, you're gonna need to back flush it more often, and you're likely gonna need to descale it more often, but it takes quite a while. But machines like the Alto and the Bello, or some rocket machines, or even larger like La Marzocco, you want to be keeping track of exactly when you're cleaning it, because they can get grimy fast. The shower screens, the diffusers, the portafilter baskets, they can all get really gunked up with coffee oil, and you don't want that. So you really want to keep a good cleaning routine on these machines yourself, rather than being triggered by the icons or flashing lights like some other machines. So last but certainly not least is going to be what I consider one of the, if not the most important function of an espresso machine that you need to think of when you're purchasing a new one or thinking about upgrading, and that is the style of heating element and the side effects that come with different heating element styles. So here we have a couple different styles. So the Alto is what we call a dual boiler. The Bello Plus is called a heat exchanger, and the Mio is a single boiler with a thermoblock steam function. That means that the Mio is basically going to be the quickest to warm up because it's just one small boiler, and the thermoblock, like you'll see on Breville machines, Philips machines, kind of more of those automatic, semi-automatic machines, the one that give you a little bit more help. Those are going to be thermoblocks, and the big part of that's great is that you can turn the machine on, and within minutes it's going to be ready to brew. You don't need to wait for heat saturation like these larger machines, because basically it's like an instant hot water heater, a thermoblock is. So as soon as the water's going through, it's pretty much heated up to the correct temperature. Unlike the heat exchanger and dual boiler machines, especially the larger footprint ones that have a lot of metal to saturate the heat with, these can take 20, 30, some machines can take 35 or 40 minutes. So these are kind of machines that you leave on for the morning. You turn it on in the morning, you turn it off before lunchtime or just after lunch, whenever you want to, but it's gonna take definitely like 20 to 30 minutes to get good heat saturation in these. So if quickness in the morning with your espresso routine is important, you're gonna want something more like the single boiler or the thermoblock style of machines. In the middle is gonna be a heat exchanger machine. It's gonna give you better heat saturation, so the more espresso shots that you pull, it's gonna maintain the temperature better, and that's gonna give you a more consistent espresso shot than something like a Mio or even a smaller machine. And then stepping up with a dual boiler, you're gonna get a couple really nice things to have. And one, being a dual boiler means that there's a coffee boiler and a steam boiler. Those can be independently controlled temperature-wise, and they also means that you're gonna have a lot more steam volume out of a dual boiler machine typically than a heat exchanger machine, but definitely more steam pressure and volume than a thermoblock machine, because with any thermoblock machine, if you've used one before, you'll know that there's a ticking sound when the steam is running, and that's the water pulsing through the thermoblock. So there's only a limited amount of pressure you can get. They can run for basically ever when steaming, but they can take a lot longer. If you're working off of one of these machines, I think you could steam 6 ounces of milk in 30 seconds or so or less. And on the thermoblock machines, it can take significantly longer, and it's a little harder to stretch the milk because you're taking so long to do so, maybe upwards of a minute. There's trade-offs with every type of heating element, but it's really kind of what time investment you want, how dedicated you are to making espresso more of a hobby or a craft, or if you're really looking to improve your espresso game and show off to your friends and family, a dual boiler is going to be a great choice. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, be sure to check out our Barista Basics playlist on our YouTube channel. There's lots of different videos there that show you different things to consider when purchasing an espresso machine or just to improve your overall espresso routine.